Welcome to another episode, everyone. Rapper YG breaking, just arrested for Drakeo the Ruler's killing. Well, actually, he was detained. They served a search warrant on his home in Burbank, or some venue in Burbank, California. YG, the rapper YG. There's been a lot going on the internet with Drakeo the Ruler's killing. And they saying YG just made a record a month or so ago speaking about this issue. Nevertheless, we know that the police had went to No Jumper to speak with Munchie B and Adam 22 about Drakeo the Ruler's killer just recently. So apparently this is heating up. They're heating up this cold case, if you will, with everything, probably because of everything that's been going on the internet the last few months about Drakeo the Ruler's killing and who killed him. Individuals that made videos talking about who killed him, etc. Nevertheless, the police went and served a search warrant on rapper YG. This is Fox News reporting here. Rapper YG briefly detained as police search property in homicide investigation. Early Thursday morning, a homicide search warrant was issued at a property belonging to rapper YG. Early Thursday morning. Hell, that's this morning. At around 6:30 a.m., the Burbank SWAT team, with assistance from the California Highway Patrol, issued a search warrant at a Burbank commercial structure belonging to the Don't Tell 'Em rapper. CHPPIO Sergeant Christian Stevens told KTLA-5. Okay, so at 6:30 this morning, a SWAT team teamed up with Highway Patrol and went and served this search warrant in Burbank, California, and it was a homicide search warrant. Wow. The search warrant is tied to a homicide investigation connected to Daryl Wayne Caldwell Jr., a rapper known as Drakeo the Ruler. Let me read that again. The search warrant is tied to a homicide investigation connected to Daryl Wayne Caldwell Jr., a rapper known as Drakeo the Ruler. YG, whose real name is Keenan Daquan Ray Jackson, was present when the warrant was issued and was detained as the search warrant was being conducted. He was released once the investigation was over. Okay, so they had detained him, YG, and we have footage of that from TMZ, them detaining YG and questioning him. Okay, they let him go because apparently they don't have evidence right now or enough evidence to make an arrest, and they're just investigating. But for them to serve a search warrant on his properties, a commercial structure involving him or related to him, apparently, means that, again, that they are heating up this case. They are investigating this case, Drakeo the Ruler's killer, and with everything that's been going on the internet. That's what I'm blaming for it anyway. And they're trying to pin down what happened there. For them to search his home, or not his home, but a commercial structure, whatever it is that's tied to him, whatever it is that they searched there in Burbank this morning, indicates to me that they think that he is involved somehow. They're looking for some sort of evidence, whether it be his phone. I'm sure he has got rid of whatever, phones and all that, if he were involved, even if he wasn't involved, with his name coming up and stuff. And this happened in 2021. But they can still trace stuff back. They're looking for something. They went served a search warrant, feeling like they can come out with something. They're looking for something on the computer, some sort of communications, whatever. He's under some sort of investigation. Let's go over here and see what they have to say about this arrest. YG detained at property linked to Drakeo the Ruler murder search, but authorities stopped short of an arrest. YG's Thursday morning took a serious turn before he could make it anywhere near a versus stage. He's supposed to have a versus against, I believe, a game tonight or so. The Compton rapper was detained while authorities executed a search warrant connected to the Drakeo the Ruler murder investigation at a Burbank area property linked to YG. The YG detention ended without an arrest, but the search marks a significant new development in a homicide case that has remained unsolved for more than 4 years. Yes, it has remained unsolved for more than 4 years. And okay, and here we have YG being detained. That's him right there. That's the police right there, plain clothes and regular police, as they're searching his property linked to him. And they're out there talking to him, I'm sure, explaining why they are searching his property. It's time to get a little nervous. Sometimes even if you're not guilty, you might want to get nervous. Okay. Rapper YG had a run-in with cops Thursday morning during a SWAT response, but he was ultimately released, TMZ has learned. Okay. YG detained as cops execute search warrant over Drakeo the Ruler murder. So there you have it, people. There's footage of YG being detained, not necessarily arrested. If he was arrested, they let him go after the fact because apparently they're not ready to make an arrest. They're still doing some sort of investigation. They're trying to find out apparently what happened to Drakeo the Ruler. And again, we know that a lot of videos have been made over this incident over the last few months, with people even naming who they believe the killer to be. Nevertheless, it's heating up because the federales then went to No Jumper looking to speak with Munchie B and Adam 22, and now they found themselves in Burbank, the federales, all again over Drakeo the Ruler's killing. And now YG has been detained and spoken with, and they searched his property, had a search warrant. They thought enough, the judge thought enough to sign off on a search warrant. But again, that's not necessarily an indication of anything, because he could have just had the search warrant because they are investigating. And, you know, the authorities let the judge know, man, we investigate. We need to go and search this property to investigate. We don't know what happened and who did what. That's what we're trying to find out. We can't find out without the search warrant, so we can gather more evidence, whatever. It's not necessarily an indication that they have any evidence against him or that they even found anything at his property or the property that is linked to him, the property that they served the search warrant on, the property where apparently they thought something perhaps would be there. That's where they served the search warrant at. So I don't know. It's all breaking. It's all developing. We'll see what happens. But apparently they're on it now. The feds are on it. The federales are on top of this Drakeo the Ruler situation because of them going up to No Jumper, and now over here it's heating up. They're on top of it. Now they didn't reopen this case. If it was ever closed, it's a cold case. It's been 5-6 years or something since the man's been killed. It's a cold case. No one's been arrested. So for them to start now serving search warrants after going to try to speak with individuals regarding this case is an indication that, yeah, indeed, the case is heating up. They have opened up new eyes to this situation and decided to get back on it. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what YG has to do with it or what he does not have to do with it, but apparently they feel like something. And I know he just made a rap song recently, a month or so ago, speaking about the situation. We'll see how this is going to turn out. Let me know what you think in the comments. YG detained, search warrant served on this Burbank property, if you will, by the federales in plain clothes and in regular police clothes, looking for something. A homicide warrant, a homicide search warrant was served. They made it clear what this was about, that they're looking for evidence for the killer of Drakeo the Ruler. This is a homicide search warrant. That man might be on a plane right now on his way to Cuba. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe and stay free, people.